All right, okay. So please feel free to stop me anywhere if you have any doubts. Um yeah, so before learning C++, right, we first have to fix why we have to learn. So do you guys have any idea why you are thinking to learn C++? Can anyone answer? Since we have a lot of languages here, Python, Java, Rust, many of them are. So why do you guys think you should learn C++? Yeah, don't worry, it's a silly point also, it's fine, no worries. That's nothing called stupid here. Everything is learning part. So no worries of your answers. I think someone have posted in chat box. Can you read it out, Paul Mickey?
Yes. It's abstractions with security. So who posted? Pawan. Pawan,
Yeah.
can you unmute yourself? Can you explain abstractions with security? For that reason, we learn the CPP. We have more reason to learn the CPP.
Yeah, anyway, Pawan is partially right. We have abstraction with security, yeah, we do that. But other languages also do that. Even Python, C Sharp, everyone, Java, even do that. What do you think a main unique feature of learning C++ then? What do you think is... Yeah.
Because of its object-oriented features.
But still, you are right. But still, Python we have that. In C Sharp we have that. What else you think? A unique for C++? You came near actually. Yeah, go on.
Where basically the performance matter. Like we have the game development operating system, so embedded system. So for that purpose.
Exactly. Yeah, you came 80% nearby. Yeah, Rush, I will explain. As you told, right, we go for C++ or C because of its performance and speed. The Python will take the same program. If you execute in C++, it will execute within a 0.3 seconds. The same program with Python will take more than 50 seconds to execute. So the main thing is C++ and C is the speed. Because these C++ and C, right, they are very close to a hardware. The hardware don't have to spend that much effort to read it or interpret it. So that's why, since it's due to a hardware-friendly language, and so we learn C++ due to its speed and performance. Yeah. So we pause the first stage. Yeah. So the reality check, for example, Python is easy. It doesn't mean that logically. I mean, the syntax and everything will be look easy, but C++ is the syntax is hard to understand. You need skill to understand it, the real C++ syntax and code. And if you understand C++, right, then your mind will be trained to adapt any language. If you are a first time learning Python, then if you move to C++, right, it's totally messy. It's much difficult to learn C++ from a Python background. But if you are familiar with C++ background, right, you can easily move to any language easily. You don't find much struggle on learning the other languages. And as you told, performance comparison and C++ in milliseconds depends on the logic written, and Python will take seconds for the same logic written in C++. And as I told, right, the C++ runs very close to a hardware because we use, when we do a build and compile, right, and we generate a binary code that will be executed by the hardware directly without any interpretation. Right? But Python is not like that. So each line of code will be interpreted, converted into a byte code. Then there are a lot of processing going on in Python. That's the reason the performance is little slow when you're using Python. And has already one guy told, in game development, right? So if you take some famous game engines like Unreal, Unity, and a lot of other things will use C++ code, and browsers, operating systems, and C and C++ have a majority of voting over the automotive domain. Okay, to communication over the hardware, CAN bus, like that. And some of the games like Fortnite, PUBG, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, what else? see, for example, let's take a PUBG, right? The FPS is much high rate, so that should be computed, right? If you move a joystick or a camera, you will not find any delay. If you shoot someone, right, the bullet will hit on the guy on the moment you press the button, right? That much fast, you won't experience any delay on that. So these kind of high performing, high fast games requires a C++ to minimize its the delay, right? So all those games will use C++. I'm not saying that C++ is a perfect language. It's not like that. There are a lot of better languages there, but still C++ have its own competence. Yeah. When we talk about the control and power, right? One thing should, if you take care of other languages like Java or Python, it have a garbage collector. Even though you missed to delete any pointer, right? Internally it will take care of, but C and C++, it's not like that. So you should take care of the memory management, pointers, hardware interaction, because it's not easy to use pointers like in other languages. So before, one basic rule of C and C++ is like, if you don't know what the pointer does or not the address does, don't do it. That's a safe thing when you talk about C++ or C. If you think about the career advantage, where you can get a job in C++ or the other things, the one vast domain is embedded systems, automotive domains, high performance GUI applications. And it have a less competition, but high in demand. Still the C++ engineers, skilled engineers are very rare to find. Yeah. So if you learn C++, right, if you will understand you will come to know the deep understanding of the memory layout and the efficiency of code. It's not just about writing a logic and executing it. No, there are a lot of things going on there. So if you're still not motivated, right, maybe you can use this sentence: the hard language builds strong engineers and skilled developers. That's what C++ does. And so don't learn C++. This is not only for C++. Don't learn anything just to code it. Okay, so learn to understand the system very deeply. So and rest of the things will be much easier for you guys. Yeah, this is a small motivation to learn C++ and why you need it. So any queries or you have any additional information you need, or we can move to next things. Okay, maybe I can move to next things. Feel free to interpret me anytime. Yeah, first we talk about the performance, right? So how we can find it out, which is faster and which is slow. In this code, right, I'm just comparing the C++ and Python. See, I'm not criticizing any language here. I just came here to tell the reality of why you should learn C++. It doesn't mean that you should not learn Python. Python is an amazing tool. It is a very good tool to learn automation and other things. But some of the things related to hardware, right, only C++ can do better than Python or other languages. Okay, so I have two programs here. Let me open that. Where is that open? Okay. Yeah, if you see here, I have a small program here. What it does is I have 1 billion long integer. Okay, it starts to summing up in the loop. Okay, the size of n is around 1 billion, right? And this gets summed up on 0 to 1 billion time. It gets summed up in loop. Then we are printing the result and the time taken to execute this. Okay, the same program we do in Python. And let's compare the difference. How long it takes to execute. Okay, let me open the command line here. Okay, I'll put some demo commands here. I mean, the compile commands. Maybe I will explain you on the coming slides. Okay. Now I am building the program. Okay, now I try to execute it. If you see here, right, in C++, it takes around time taken is at 2 seconds, 2.40 some 2 seconds approximately to execute this program to sum it up all the integers from 0 to 1 billion, right? So now execute the same program with Python. Loop sum.py. Yeah. And if you see it, since the Python is an interpreted language, so each line by line, it will read it, convert into a bytecode, then process it. Again, it will read next line, convert into bytecode, and process it. That's how this Python code works. This difference you basically note down in the loops actually. Wherever there are loops included, so you can notice this difference between C++ and Python, the speed and performance. So right now we are executing the Python code. I think still it's running. Let's wait for some time. See, for my editor, I'm using a VS Code actually. I have installed a GCC compiler and a VS Code in integration with that for code tracking and other visibility. Oh, it takes a lot of more than I expected. Yeah. See, if you see, it takes around 68 seconds, right? It's a very huge time, right? If you see the C++ thing, the time is just a 2 seconds to execute a billion times sum, right? And if you see Python, it takes around 68 seconds. It's more than a minute, right? It's a huge time difference, man. Okay, let's do one thing. I have another program called C Python, okay? So if you open this, compare this two, right? Let me compare it with, okay, yeah. Okay, let me open it with VS Code. Yeah, if you see here, right, I have a for loop here to sum it up. Okay, each and every integer it will take and it will sum it up with the existing one until 1 billion times. Okay, so this code takes around 1 minute, right? More than a minute. So I have a same code that uses C Python. Okay, that instead of for loop, right, I am using a range of n. This is a function, okay, that calculates the range and sum it up with this. Now let's try to execute this code. We find some time difference. Yeah, now I'm executing a C Python. Let's see. Okay, but it still takes a lot of time compared to a C++ code. Like, wait for some more time. Yeah, if you see now, it's still a Python code, okay? But it uses a C Python that execute on 26 seconds, right? Okay, that's pretty much smaller than a normal Python code, right? This is much better than that. But still, it could not compete with the C++ performance, right? So why do you think it's the same Python code that uses C Python is a less seconds time taken than the previous one? The reason is the C Python is using a C at backend actually. This function, right, the range function, it's a part of a C library. They integrated with the C Python. So still, even though you use Python, and at backend, it still needs a C programming thing actually to execute it faster, to make the Python faster. So wherever you go, this C have a major role in that, C as well as a C++. So I think this is the better one for motivation to learn a C or C++. C++ is just a subset of C. So it have a major role in almost every domain. I know some of the people are still saying that C and C++ is a old language. It don't have a scope. Maybe they are not sure about the technology and the current process. That's what I could see. So this is a one good example for comparing the time limits. This example I took from online thing, and I used the Copilot to take this code. Maybe you can also do that. If you want, I can even share that. So, and one more thing I can show it up is if you're still having know about the domain, right? Maybe I can show you one Google carriers page there. You can see the requirements of the role that needs a C++ thing. Okay, carriers, search jobs. Okay. For sake of explanation, I will put Bangalore. And experience qualification, let me put C++ or a C. Yeah, so if you see, this role is a senior software engineer, right? 5 years of experience, that's okay. But if you see the experience on developing software applications in C++ and C programming language, okay. So these are the description. There are a lot of bunch of job requirements in C actually, C and C++. You know, right? Google is basically, it needs a speed and performance over the easy one. So there are a lot of jobs that still uses C++ thing till now. Even the Chrome using that at the back end to process the data. Yeah, what not? See, even for a full stack, Google Cloud, they still requires a C++. They're asking any one language, maybe C# or Go. So this is just an example, like this, Microsoft or many, all the companies, majority, all the companies that requires a software, that more into a hardware or a game engine or a performance related one, everyone uses a C++ at the back end. Yeah, till now, do you have any doubts?
Yeah, hi Rob.
Yeah.
Basically, whichever the applications, the projects they will use, under the hood, basically the requirement when it comes to infrastructure or kernel, when we are dealing with the lower level in the scratch, C++ is there, right?
You mean to say at Google job domain or generally?
Generally, I'm saying basically when we look into the frameworks like PyTorch or all those things, even though they are running on the Python, but under the hood, it is running through the C++ only, right?
Yeah, it's using a C libraries. Exactly. Yes, that's right.
Yes, that's what I also thought. So
yeah.
Even though Python is on the upper side, under the hood, everything is running by the C and C++.
Exactly. Some of the libraries, the Python using, it's completely dependent on C programming actually. It's funny that the people will still tell that don't learn C or C++, learn Python. So whoever tells that, show them this actually. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I have some small demo on compilation stages, how the C code is read by a hardware. Can I move to that, or you have any other queries? Okay. So I have a small example for a compilation stages that uses some basic example. Yeah, when you take C, right, remember there are only 4 stages actually: pre-processing, compilation, assembly, and linking. Okay, so the code which you've written will pass through each and every stage before it converting into a binary. Okay, so the 4 steps needed. Let me show on step number 1. you have been seen, right, a hash include or a macros. Macros, I mean, a hash defined one. Maybe, I don't know whether you have already have on that, but so these things, right, these things will be, you can see in the top of the program, right? For example, if you take this one, right, uh, I have included a library called hash include iostream.h or chrono for time, right? These are the pre-processing directives. So when doing pre-processing, right, it will expand it. So for human readable format, we are copying, we are developing a code and we are storing it under iostream.h file, right? So these things will be expanded actually as a single program, as a single file. That's what the pre-processing will do. And it will expand the macros. If you have any hash defines, right, during pre-processing, it will read that hash define and replace it in the code. Maybe I will show you that example too. And the second stage is a compilation. Okay. So the input for compilation is the pre-processing stage. So what is the output of pre-processing? It will be a .i file. Okay. That I file will be fed into a compilation stage. So here the code will compile. It will check for any errors. Okay, remember it during your first stage, right? Even though you have any errors, the compiler will not find it because it is just a pre-processing stage, just an expansion of the header files and macros. When you come to second stage, right, then it will direct the compilation things actually. Okay, that output is called .s file. Okay, that compilation's output will be given to a third stage called assembly stage. Okay, then again, once assembly stage is completed, it will create a .o file, the object file. Okay, so the last stage is linking stage. It will take the object file, okay, convert it into a exe program, that is executable program. That's what you will execute it on the memory. Okay, and these are the 4 stages will be happening when you compile a C programming. Let me show you each and every stage separately with a small example. So I have a coding small program for each and every stage. And if you take this one, right, one with yes code. Yeah. So this is a small program, and this is the macro. I told, right, pre-processing macro that will happen in pre-process stage. Okay, and this is a header file. Let me run this command. Okay, how this behaves. So here, if you see at line number 6, right, I am using a value macro here, right? Instead of 10, right, I'm using value here. Then it gets assigned to X, right? So let me execute the pre-processing stage, how it behaves. Now I have a command line here. Sorry. CLR, I guess. Okay. Yeah, so let me run the first command. What is the command for pre-processing? We should use -e, right? So G++ is the compiler name to trigger a C++ compiler, and -e, I am telling the compiler that don't don't execute all the build steps, execute only a pre-processing steps. Okay. After E, I am giving a file name called one_preprocessing.cpp, and I am storing it under file.i. File.i. Okay. If I try to run it, there is a file generated here, right? File.i. Let me open that. If you see that hash include, right, which we have here, that is expanded like this actually. Okay, something is stopping me. Yeah, okay. So, if you see, this is our small program. After pre-processing, if you see, the number of lines is 35,185 lines it pre-processed. Okay, that means this header file has been expanded here. And below that, we have our program. Right, so what just happened is the code before main, right, is completely on, except this completely on IOStream library. Okay, so this file pre-processing expanded this as a single file. Okay, even though you had a 10 header files here, it will expand it into a single file that is called .i file. And if you see at line number 31, this one, right, our original code, we have a value, but the pre-processed form have a 10. So what just happened is it replaced this value, this macro with the 10, the defined value. That's what happened in pre-processing stage. So, and this is the reason we use as a header file. I mean, we are using hash include. We cannot type each and every time this 35,000 lines of code for all these small programs, right? It's not a good idea to do that. That's why the developers have been copied this code, created another file called IOStream, and they pasted there. We just use this file. So inside this, these things will be there. Yeah, so that's how. If you see, we have a cout here, right? Even that also defined in this IOStream library. If you search it here for a cout, you can find it somewhere. Yeah, here. So this is the part of the header file. Okay, so let me go to next stage. The next stage is compilation, right? So the command for that stage is, what is the input for this compilation stage? The pre-processing stage, right? So let me take this file, file.i, compiling stage. What macro should I use? I should use yes. Okay. Then then just enter. If you see, there's one file created called file.s. Right? Now let me open this one. Yeah, so this is the assembly language that is created from pre-processing stage. So right now we are we have executed it pre-processing, then we have it to compilation stage. The output for compilation stage is assembly code, which you are seeing here. This is not a user-friendly format. It's a low-level language still, but still the same logic will be used here. Okay, this is assembly code that's generated as a part of a compilation stage. So now we move to next stage that is called assembly stage, and that uses a command called -c. Okay, let me go to the command prompt again. So now the input for this is not I, because we already pre-processed and we generated assembly code. So the input for third stage is yes. Okay, and we can use -c for that for next stage. Yeah, now see the file created called .o. Right, this is the object code actually. So right now we are in assembly stage. Okay. So if you try to open the object code, right, you don't read it properly because it's not a human readable format. It's a completely a hardware, the machine code actually. Okay, even though you can read assembly language code, .s file, but it's hard to interpret this .o code. Okay, so the final output, we still need exe, right, to execute. These are the three stages of iOS, right, we cannot execute. Okay, to execute it, we need a exe file, right? To do that, we need the help of a fourth stage called linking stage. Okay, this is where you will get the exact exe to execute. Okay, so command for that is g++. Let me give a file name called. So the input here is file.o, right? The object file. And I'm giving -o, and I'm giving my executable a name called cpp test. This you can give any name, and if you try to enter it, then you can see a exe here with the name you given here. Right, now it's an executable one. If you double click it, it will execute. So to generate a binary code, right, the machine needs to undergo this much stages: pre-processing, compilation, assembly, and linking. Finally, we have executable here. So this is what happening when you try to build a code actually, right? So the compiler will internally do all the steps without asking you. by default, it will execute all the steps here and it generate a binary. So that's how the C programming works here. I mean, the C++ works here. Do you have any doubts? And this is the full build command. If you run this command, right, so it internally does all the stages by default. And that's why while you have a huge applications, right, the C++ or C code, building that will take some time. But once the code gets built, right, the execution is super fast. Yeah, that's all I have for the session. Maybe if you have any doubts, you can please feel free to ask me.
Yeah, I think if you guys have any point, just let us know. And if not, if you have any point like how this work and how it's going to means kind of work these things internally and all kind of okay. And if not, then we can share the course content. I think Rahul, we can share the course content what we are going to teach in this course, and yeah.
Yeah, sure, Balmiki.
Can
You
I
can do that.
share? Yeah, you can share.
Yeah, can you share?
Yes, let me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
share
yeah.
my screen. I think we pasted somewhere. Where it is?
Yeah.
I think you shared, not that time.
Yeah.
Let me open. One moment.
I think its name is
CPP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this. So this is the full course content we are going to teach in the 3 month. I think yeah. Wait a moment. It's getting load. Yeah, Rahul, you can take.
Yeah. So so depends on the audience, right? If you guys want learn from a very basic, right, from a binary or hexadecimal, even the logic gates, we can start from there. With some example program, we start it down and we go all the way to make files creation and the difference between a structure and class, a build command, all the stages. Then we will have one small project including all those that includes all those knowledge. You can use it in a project and we try to optimize the project. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for this. And if you guys don't have any point, yeah, if you guys wanted to join this course, just let us know. And we'll tell you how you can join the session. And probably this session will start from the next week. And time and all we'll fix it, and like as you will check your time ability also, then we can fix it the classes and all. Okay, in the meantime, if you guys have any point, any things you wanted to more on that, yeah, you have your own point also, yeah, you need any motivation also, then we are here to help you. Just let us know. And today's session will post on the YouTube also. And how you can get registered for this course, just let me know. If you wanted to learn this course, then I will send you all the things, details and all. Anyone wants to discuss? I think Yaswant and Abhishek, Wajid, and yeah, and you guys wanted to discuss any point you have. And Abhimanyu, hello, just turn on your mic, just let me know your requirement and something. If you have your own point, then it will be the very helpful to us to make the good course for you. Yeah.
Yeah, also Balmaki, we can share the course with students, right?
Yes, we can share. We'll send by today evening. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Anyone wants to discuss any point? Just based on the chat also, it will be fine. We can take it out. C to C++ learning is the best. Yes, Pavan, C to C++ learning is the best only. If you know the C, then it is the very easy to learn the CPP. It is a subset of CPP on C only. Okay. Any point, it will be going to the Q&A session, like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. So this is time for you only. Just paste your down.
What will be the timing of the class?
Timing, what time you are free at evening. This class will be going to the Saturday Sunday. If you are working also, it will be the very suitable for you. But what time you are free? Can I know, Abhimanyu?
Saturday, anytime, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, Saturday,
Mainly
Sunday.
in evening.
Saturday, Sunday, we'll fix it evening only, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. And if not, 10 to 2 also we can do, but we have to check your time ability also. Yes, Vant.
And
Yeah, Abhimanyu.
10 to 2 is also good. No issue.
Yes. Based on that, we'll fix it. So actually, the Saturday Sunday, I think if we are working, then we have the Saturday Sunday, no? So in that we can do the session also, no issue. Any point of menu? Why you want to learn the CPP? Why you choose the CPP only? Yeah.
Mainly for the DSA and the placement.
Okay, fantastic. Okay. You are a menu in college student, I think I spoke with you last time. Yes, yeah.
Yes.
And the college also is the Saturday. I think college hour is there, no, Saturday?
No college on the Saturday.
Okay, no worries. And rest of guy? Pawan is I think he's a older member, and he's joined for other CPP also. And rest of 3 guys are new: Yaswant and Abhishek and Wajid. Also, he took for the STM32 courses. He knows the things how we are taking the session. And anyone have any queries?
Hi sir, is this restricted to only plainly C++ or DSC is also covered? Because when you presented the curriculum, only C++ is there. That's the one doubt I have.
Yes, fantastic question. Actually, as of now, we make the content for the CPP only, and the DSA will add on that. Okay, so based on the capacity, we'll add the DSA part also. But but the thing is, first we have to cover the CPP and OPS concept, then we can add the DSA. Rahul, is any plan to add on the DSA concept also on that?
As you told, Balmiki, first it depends on the student training. So if they are from a basic level, then we should go from a basic one to DSA. But this course I have prepared for right now it's for main C++, but DSA we can do that once this is completed. It's a next level. Yeah, we can do that too.
Yes. I think we'll add the DSA part also on that. I think a menu, and I think Yaswant also, and but the thing is, first we have to cover this CPP, all the CPP, then we can move to the DSA part. Okay.
Yeah, that is perfect. And one more suggestion, if possible, the session timings, can you keep it after 8 p.m. or if not, before afternoon or morning times, because evenings and the weekends we go outside, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Possible then only, yeah.
Yeah, this is the very nice point also. And the Saturday Sunday hardly we get Saturday Sunday. If you wanted to go somewhere, then it will be the block totally. Okay, and we'll try to keep on the morning 10 to 2. Okay, if not the sum of the certain time, then we can fix it evening, after 9 or 8 something. Okay, but we'll keep these things in our mind. Okay. Yes, Vant.
Sure. Thank you.
Yes, Abhishek. Actually, you guys are very less actually, so don't hesitate. just turn on your mic, just talk. Just if you want have any point, just yeah, don't worry. Abhishek, if you wanted to say anything, you can say. Yaswant, you are working? Yeah, you are the college student.
Yeah, yes, sir. I am working fresher.
Which company you are working?
Yeah, last time I had talked with you, right? For STM course. Yeah, I thought.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I'm sorry for that. Yes,
yeah, it's
yes.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And Abhishek and Pavan and Wajid. Wajid also is working somewhere, I guess. Wajid, I'm correct, no? You are working? Mike is having issue. Okay, Wajid, no issue. You are working, I know. And Abhishek, I think you are not to speak anything. You wanted to tell anything? If not, then we can wind up to here only. Abhishek, you have also mic issue? Okay, no issue. Okay. Abhishek also mic issue, no issue. And let me know if you wanted to join the session. I will send me on the chat also. I will send you all the details about how you can join. Okay. I think Rahul, we can wind up to here only. Yeah, Anvesh, you wanted to discuss with the new joinees. You wanted to add any point, Anvesh?
Yeah, hi guys. Feel free, like if you want anything like from our side, like we are already working some other companies. If you are having any inputs or suggestions, okay. If you want something like you want to learn something about from your work experience, just share with us. If we have any resource same like this, we can provide with you also.
Yeah.
Is it clear, guys? Any doubt or any confusion regarding like course purchase or website issue? As you are facing any issue, please feel free to with us like via WhatsApp or direct call. We all are available with you guys.
Yeah. And for the technical issues and all, you can come with here us, and you can talk with us, and we'll fix it if you have any technical issue. And by this week, by next week, I think we are going to start the C programming batch also. So that will be the, I think, going to the live only. And that will, we are planning to free session. Okay, totally free of some days. Like we'll talk about the like if you guys don't want do not want means can know more knowledge on the C, then we can take the some of the basic session for the C also, like 2 and 5 session. Okay, it will help to means kind of get the basic knowledge on the C, and it will be used for the CPP. Okay, and Anvesh will take care the CPP. And if you have technical things also, and you can come with that also, Anvesh. Okay, and he will help to you. And if you have any point in regarding the website and all. Okay.
Yeah, guys, most probably we are planning to take free demo on C on Wednesday. Like why we are taking C means if you see like if you want to shift the company or change the organization, definitely we have to face the interview in the embedded field mostly. The first technical side they will see on C only. C programming side. Like we already know, but real time we won't work on the basic as well. But in the interview point of view, they definitely go to the basic only. That thing I cover in the free demo session. And if you want to learn C like from basic onwards, that also we will start from the next week onwards. Like this Wednesday, I will start take one free demo session on C. From next week onwards, I will take regular classes on that C. Okay. Not only C, like we have STM32, Python, and RTOS, like RTOSR. All we have. Like if you want any like any new subject or new programming language, if you want to learn, just feel free with us. Like ping us. We will discuss on that topic. But you want to learn. Yeah, Balmiki,
Yeah.
if there is no point, then we can wind up.
Yes, yes. I think Rahul, we can wind up to here. I think all the point totally clear, and people don't have any doubts and all. If you have any things, just let us know. Okay. And thank you, Rahul, for this demonstration. And
Yep.
yeah, and for you guys, if you wanted to join, just let me know. Just let us know. We'll add you on the course also, whatever we are going to take the live. Okay. Okay.
Yep. Thanks all. See you. Bye bye.
Okay, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye bye.